it's 50-50. This is after the Fed meeting. Maybe a cut, maybe not. Williams comes out and said, Fed can still cut rates in the near term. We now need to start to move back towards where we were on the Fed. I'm a massive fan of central banks. They're some of the biggest opportunities that you're going to get. In fact, one of the examples that I'm going to show you here was by far the best day of the month as a group for us. One of the things that's covered in the course is understanding pricing. So let me give you a real simple explainer here. When people talk about what's priced in, you can find this information by looking at Fed Fund futures, but you can also find this information from going on the CME FedWatch tool. Google it. It's freely available. You can go on here. And what it tells you is the probability of a rate cut or hike, basically a move in interest rates from where we are and by what date. So just to give you a little example, this is what the probabilities looked like just before the last Fed rate decision on the 29th of October. And what this is telling you is that the expectation is that rates are going to move 25 basis points lower, and there's a 96.7% chance of that happening. So that's nailed on. What's also pretty much nailed on is a rate cut in December. And I'm sure most people now know that a rate cut in December, on the back of that Fed decision, was not all that likely. So with this in mind, there's a very clear opportunity. And that came on Powell's comment. If in any way he suggests that December is not going to happen, the market has to price that out. And when I say the market, that's the Fed Fund futures market. But this has a massive knock-on to other markets. So when he comes out with this different views comment, as soon as you hear different views, this is what people are looking to latch onto. Different views is a little nuance that says we don't have agreement. If they don't have agreement, they're not likely to cut in December, or it's not as clear cut as you thought. So straight away we start to see movement, and then Powell confirms this with a cut in December is far from assured. This gives you 60 ticks in the euro. This was in about 5 to 7 minutes. It gives you 60 handles in the S&P, so that's big ticks. So 240 quarter ticks, and it gives you 360 ticks in gold over that period of time. And this is a dollar play, right? So you could play the dollar against the pound and it would be a sell. The dollar against the yen and dollar's a sell. The dollar against Bitcoin and the dollar's a sell. Whichever one you wanted. The dollar's a buy. Real clear on this. This is euro dollar. So the market's a sell in this sense, but what you're doing is you're actually buying the dollar, you're selling the euro. And that'll be the same. You're selling Bitcoin, buying dollars. So that's then changed the pricing, and that's the knock-on effect that you get. And these are some of the most important things that you get in any kind of market. There's very few moves that are that big and that fast if it's not a central bank. So this is then where we are. After that meeting, rather than pricing 2 cuts for the year or a second cut by December, you're now pricing a 50-50. It might stay unchanged. It might be a cut. There was very limited risk of slippage on that one. That was very, very easy to trade. Now I'm going to show you an example of a market where your slippage is very, very unlikely in a moment. So we've now got a situation where it's 50-50. This is after the Fed meeting. It's now 50-50. Maybe a cut, maybe not. This means that any new information is now really valuable, because new information effectively tells you whether you will or won't get a rate cut in December. And that can be just as tradable as that Fed comment. So we then get a bit of new information. This was the move on the Fed. This is the move on payrolls. And incidentally, this is Fed Fund futures. And you might be thinking, I don't trade Fed Fund futures. I've never watched them. Okay, that's fine. The moves are not massive in Fed Fund futures. But if you're worried about slippage, we had a comment from Williams. So Williams is a Fed member. And Williams comes out and said, Fed can still cut rates in the near term. The near term obviously means at the next meeting. We now need to start to move back towards where we were on the Fed. And if you look at Fed Fund Futures, that's what a Fed Fund Futures ladder looks like. Unlike the S&P, that's got relatively good liquidity, hundreds on some prices, this has got 22,000 contracts on one price. So if you want to buy, you can buy enormous size. Incidentally, the tick value to move from here to here is $20 as well, or it's just over $20. So you've got big tick value and you've got huge liquidity. So if you're worried about slippage on a comment like this, as this drops, if you see it, all the liquidity is still there and you're able to get away as much as you can possibly imagine. Ticker for that is ZQ. So that's a market that, again, we touch on in the central bank course, and it's a market that a lot of people here trade on these types of comments because it's the most directly affected futures market on any kind of Fed decision. So understanding pricing is vital. Central bank course covers that. It covers how to understand it, how to understand the changes in commentary, how to understand what that means, and how to understand pricing. During the speech, the liquidity will remain. Perhaps not quite that big, but it will come to remain in the thousands. So yes, the liquidity will still stay there. And incidentally, after the comment from Williams, this is where we're now priced. So we're now looking back at an 82% chance of a rate cut in December. The journey is what matters. We went from 91% to 30 to 85 to 82. All of those little movements over the past month, week, and last couple of days have all been very tradable. There is no way to protect against slippage. It's something you have to accept. But what this does mean now is any future speakers and any future data has the possibility to move these odds once again, and the market will be very, very sensitive to that.